And now, Pro Wrestling Revolution proudly presents PWR Firewall.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the PWR universe. I am your solo commentator forever and always, Michael Anthony. It's been far too long, but we're finally back after a 4-week tiny hiatus. And now, let's get it kicked off all tonight with our monumental third pay-per-view of the season. And unfortunately, it's the second to last, but we're not going to discuss that right now. So let's start the action tonight off with this rematch off of the last episode of PWR. Wayne Watson versus the enigmatic John Inch. Let's take you to the ring for that action right now. Now, Wayne Watson recently, if you've seen the episode, actually lost his match to get the opportunity to face Heraldry for the Interpromotional Championship, or excuse me, the Revolution Championship is what's now called. Excuse me, I'm getting all tongue twisted. I'm excited tonight, but he lost his match against Slade to have the opportunity to face Heraldry for the Revolution Championship here tonight. And in the process of building his momentum back up after being knocked down the totem pole, he came across John Inch, and in the last episode, they faced each other and actually went to a count-out draw. These two are actually both very incredibly good young talents that PWR loves to showcase. And since Anthony Paul does not like having not clear winners, that is why they are having a rematch here tonight to make sure that somebody gets a momentum boost. And both of these men need it, but Wayne Watson, I feel like he's hungrier for it. Speaking of hunger, as we come to know it, John Inch comes out each and every single time with a different Jack Stauber song. And this time he is coming out tonight with the song titled off of a coconut-flavored cookie, Coconut Ranger. And yes, I know how strange that sounds. I mean, look at this man. He's walking out with goggles that look like giant googly eyes, wearing a suit. You can't expect anything less from John Inch, but as weird as he seems outside of the ring, when he gets in that ring, he is absolutely a force to be reckoned with. And the things that he likes to utilize the most, he likes to spin around a lot with so many different spinning type maneuvers that just disorientate his opponents and make it that much easier to just knock them out like that. With such moves as Clockwork Energy, his Tornado Enziguri, and his Fireman's Carry Side Slam that he calls Oklahoma. And yes, those are all based off of Jack Stauber references. And now here we go. The young John Inch going up against one half of the Rebel Society, Wayne Watson. And this is a rematch. This is round 2, and we're going straight into it. No nonsense here with the collar elbow tie-up and chain wrestling here. John Inch softening up the arm a little bit here in order to weaken him for his signature submission maneuver, Those Aren't Meant to Bend, which is a leg-trapped Fujiwara armbar. And surprisingly, he has yet to tap out anybody in PWR's roster with Those Are Not Meant to Bend. But it is an incredibly painful and uncomfortable submission maneuver. And we could very well see a submission finish here tonight if John Inch is able to put it on. And now look at that! John Inch surprisingly not letting it be a clean break. John playing some games with Wayne Watson. He is a very chill person, but Wayne, when he is in that ring, that is anything but chill. He's not chill, but chilling to face against. Oh God, that big boot into the corner just rocked John Inch's world. Wayne Watson being undefeated in the MMA world. He definitely knows how to throw a good few strikes like he's doing here. But when he's in that wrestling ring, he has power that is surprisingly unmatched by very few people. Now look at that. He went for a single leg takeover, but John Inch had it scouted. And he gets out of it with that elbow to the arm. And now look at this. John Inch going crazy with all these chops to the chest. The way John Inch wrestles, it's so weird how he does it. Just the way he moves and the things he does. It's very unique in a way that he's a chaotic, spinning, crazy wrestler. It's very hard to pinpoint exactly what his style is. That's just how unique he is, and he goes for the cover, but only gets a 1 count off of those flurry of strikes on Wayne Watson. Now John going back to the arm, and possibly setting him up for Those Aren't Meant to Bend. John really wrenching it in here and just slams his arm down. Doesn't even give him the chance to get out of that arm lock there. And now going to a head scissors, raining down the elbows onto the scalp of the MMA fighter Wayne Watson. Now you notice John Inch actually has the size advantage on Wayne Watson. Wayne, leg snap there. Switching up which limbs he's targeting. But Wayne Watson is actually a very short man, giving up some weight and height to John Inch here. But if we were talking about power advantage, Wayne Watson definitely has that. Now Wayne taking a breather on the outside, putting some distance between himself and John Inch. And that's actually a little bit smart to do, because John stays on you like glue. But Wayne Watson able to get away from him. Just a few strikes, backs him into the corner. Now an Irish whip into the opposite corner. And oh, big spear into the corner. He falls up with an overhead belly-to-belly suplex, and he goes for the cover. But John surprisingly didn't kick out. Instead, Wayne decides to just play with John Inch here. I'm sure Wayne is very frustrated after their last encounter ending in a double countout. I've never actually seen that happen with Wayne Watson's matches. That is quite the embarrassing way to lose on both ends. I'm sure both of these wrestlers are quite frustrated losing that way. Now we go into the chin lock here. Wayne Watson grinding on the jaw, keeping John Inch grounded, making sure that he's not able to move and get his crazy spinning offense on the go. Wayne wrenching the chin lock there. Referee getting in close, trying to make sure that it's not a choke, because that would be an illegal maneuver. But John Inch gets out of it anyway, and Wayne stays right on John, and that is exactly what you have to do against this young competitor. A neck breaker and straight back into the chin lock, slowing down John's speedy, weird offense to more of a pace that Wayne Watson is used to doing. And on top of being a powerhouse wrestler, he likes to wear down his opponents with just brutal maneuvers, but John Inch has the advantage now with that snap suplex, taking down the smaller Wayne Watson. Now John pumping himself up and the crowd, a few forearms. He ducks that clothesline from Wayne and a spine buster, leading him into the corner. And John, look at this, going into a sultry pose right in front of Wayne Watson just to mock him, turning it into a Bronco Buster there. Surprising athleticism from the man with this type of body shape, but now look at this, he's going for Clockwork Energy, spin around, but oh, look at that! Wayne Watson had it scouted and he went straight for the leg. Now he's got a tight ankle lock on the leg that was going to kick him in the face with Clockwork Energy. Incredible ring intelligence here from Wayne Watson. But John knows how to get out of the ankle lock, front rolling through and spinning Wayne Watson out. But Wayne Watson, like the intelligent combat sports wrestler he is, stays on John Inch, and he's going straight back after that leg again with this inverted figure four here. Just wrenching it on there. Sorry, that was an Indian deathlock. I'm getting my submission holds confused, but that's, rest assured, Wayne Watson isn't, with this Romero special surfboard leg breaker. He goes for the cover off of that leg breaker, but of course that's not enough to keep John Inch down. Wayne, off of that ankle lock, seems to be targeting that leg. I don't believe that was his game plan going into this, but this is the type of wrestler Wayne Watson is. He can change his offense on the fly since he has such an extensive knowledge in MMA. So now that he was able to get at that ankle to avoid the Clockwork Energy, he's just running with it and making sure that John Inch's legs are weakened throughout this entire match. As he drops multiple knees on the inside of the shins of John Inch there. Now he sits John Inch up and puts him back down with a leg snap that could tear the hamstring, and you most definitely won't be able to do anything throughout the rest of this match. And now look at this, going back at the ankle, but putting it in even tighter now, locking the legs, lacing them together, so John Inch cannot reverse it the same way that he did before. There's no way for him to front roll out of it right now. Almost a heel hook ankle lock of sorts. But John Inch, surprisingly, doesn't know how to get out of it. Wayne Watson just showing supreme intelligence in that ring right now against the younger competitor. Now, Wayne Watson, oh my God! Running clothesline decapitates John Inch, but John still kicks out. Very close near fall there for Wayne Watson. Wayne not letting the emotions get the best of him as he gets John Inch up on his knee. Now what's he looking for? Ripcord type maneuver, but John slaps it away and discus lariat! Folding Wayne Watson inside out, and he goes for the cover off of that discus lariat, but only just that close to a 3. As I said, John Inch's offense consists of a lot of spinning maneuvers, discus maneuvers like that. He also throws a nasty rolling elbow that is completely designed to disorientate and confuse his opponent, which is a very interesting and intelligent take on how to do a professional wrestling match. Now look at that discus punch to the face. Is a very interesting take on how to take down your opponents. Now look at this. Springboard shooting star press to the outside. Even when he flies, he does a little rotation. Just to confuse and put his opponent in awe. Just like that. Now he goes up to the top rope. He's beckoning Wayne to get back up. What's he looking for here? Crossbody, but look at this! Wayne Watson, superior strength, catches it and turns it into a bridging fall-away slam for the cover, but he kicks out at 2.5. This is quite the first bout of the night that we are witnessing here. Both of these two hungering for the momentum for the last few episodes of PWR, but he went for that 5-star frog splash. John Inch got the knees up. He still has Wayne Watson scouted here. This is still John Inch's match right now. With that big arm wrench there, spinning him around, confusing him even more, and turning it into this interesting butterfly lock. This crucifix butterfly lock. Locked in nice and tight, stretching out the pectorals and the delts of Wayne Watson here. But Wayne, just a whole lot of muscle in the chest area, able to power his way out. And now he's got him the front face lock and hits him straight with a knee strike. And notice there are no knee pads there. But John Inch stays on the offense there with that interesting inverted mat slam. Now John, looking for it, kicks him in the face and turns into a neck breaker. Now look at this cattle mutilation being locked in. He's got the cattle mutilation lock. Stretching out the shoulders, grinding it against the joint there. It was certainly a painful maneuver, but Wayne Watson has had maneuvers like those locked on him plenty of times before. He knows how to get out of it as he hits him with a running neck breaker there, and he goes for the cover, but Wayne does not get the 3 count in this match yet. It's a very good wrestling match we are witnessing here. Just technical masterpiece. Gut-wrench suplex there. Wayne Watson showcasing even more of his supreme power. Now look at this. Wayne Watson with a pop-up spine buster. Planting John Inch, and he goes for the cover off of the spine buster. But it's that close to a 3, but still not a 3. 2.9, I'd say, as close to a 3 you can get. But Wayne, I think he's looking for one of his finishers. Yes, he is. He's looking for clutch. But John Inch, look at that, spins through out of it and turns it into an imploding suplex. He goes for the cover, spinning Wayne Watson out, but Wayne still kicks out just barely in time. John asking for the adulation of the crowd hyping up both of these men. Can't choose a favorite. Now he's winding it up again. Clockwork energy. A normal, conventional clockwork energy hit. And that's not it for John Inch. Wayne Watson still able to kick out. But John Inch telling him it's no problem, because John has a plethora of other moves to use in his arsenal as he's going for the Oklahoma Slam. Or the Oklahoma, there's a space in between, but Wayne Watson gets out, hits the clutch. That's gotta be it, that's all she wrote. But John Inch, oh my God! I was for certain that was a 3. I thought I heard the ref's hand hit the mat. But John Inch kicked out just in time. The ref in perfect position to get the shoulder break right there. And now John Inch is still in this match, but he's at the mercy of Wayne Watson as Wayne is bashing his face into the turnbuckle there. And I can tell you for sure that hurts. Wayne Watson maybe showcasing some of his frustrations here. He's not going for any fancy wrestling maneuvers. He's just bashing in the brains of John Inch into the turnbuckle. Oh my God. Taking him a trip all around the ring to each of the 4 corners. Corner number 3 now. But now John, oh my God, just getting bashed even more into the corner. How is John Inch not knocked out at this point? Wayne should really just end this now. But Wayne, the emotions are finally getting to him, has a short fuse, and after that, John Inch is able to take the advantage because of Wayne Watson's emotions. And now John's got him. And a little bit of a taste of his own medicine as John bashes Wayne's face into the turnbuckle in return. John Inch kicking up the dust on Wayne Watson. Both of these two have been in a surprisingly long first bout for tonight. And oh, a forearm almost floors Wayne Watson there. Surprising that he was actually able to stumble Wayne Watson, but a straight slap turns around John Inch. Now another forearm stumbles him. Another slap to the face backs up John Inch. But John shakes it off and oh my God! That forearm floored Wayne Watson. A strike exchange, and it's rare to see somebody come out on top of the strike exchange against Wayne Watson. Rolling elbow. Nails him straight in the face. And now he goes for the cover. Could that be it in this monumental match? But no, he kicks out. For what it's worth, this has definitely gone beyond the time expectancy. These two are desperate for some momentum here in PWR. Oh my God, corkscrew moonsault. But Wayne Watson got the knees up. John just can't seem to get any high-flying offense in this match. As Wayne Watson takes him down with that single leg takedown and the flurry of punches, and now I think he's setting up for the 5-star frog splash. This will definitely be the end of it if John Inch didn't have his knees up. Now John's shoulder breaker here. Now look at this. Signature arm-orientated combo. He likes to do this to set up those aren't meant to bend. Bounces off the ropes. Arm drag. And one more final. Spinning arm drag slams him against the back of the head. And now you can only expect one thing coming next. John Inch has him. Yes, he's got him. Those aren't meant to bend. Being locked in. Look at the way he's grinding against the shoulder joint. Wayne Watson is trapped, and that is locked in nice and tight with his feet actually under Wayne Watson. It makes it even harder to move. But look at this, Wayne Watson able to power his way out and turns it straight into an ankle lock again. Going after the leg he's been targeting this entire match. Maybe he could get a submission finisher on John Inch here. He's got locked in nice and tight again. Lacing his legs around the thigh again. It's very hard to escape. John Inch wasn't able to escape it last time until Wayne Watson let go. But I don't think he's letting go this time. But look at this. Oh my God, John Inch. What intelligence. Turns it into a figure 4 lock. And adds on the extra pressure by bridging. Reversing the pressure onto Wayne Watson. We could very well see a submission on Wayne here. This is definitely backfired against Double W. Could this be it for Wayne? But no, Wayne grabbing the foot and punching his way out of the bridging figure 4 lock. And oh, big clothesline takes him down, and another. Oh, but John Inch just stays on that offense. And Wayne Watson, when it seems like he could end it all right here, John Inch comes back. And now I think he's setting up for something here. Running clockwork energy. Now what's John Inch looking for here? He's not going for the cover off the clockwork energy. I think he knows Wayne will just kick out of it. So John needs to do something extra here to put away this opponent. Now he's got him in powerbomb position. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is just the first match of tonight. Just wait for what's next. Now look at this. Oh, went for an avalanche victory roll, but Wayne Watson pushed him. And oh my God, look at that. What skill from Wayne Watson, following up with the front row frog splash. And now he's in sublime position. 5-star frog splash. And he goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Wayne Watson picks up the victory on the first match of tonight for Firewall. What a way to start off tonight, as you see right there. Just an incredibly good, incredibly skilled wrestling match. Just the purest form of wrestling here. As you see, Wayne Watson had an answer for a lot of John Inch's offense here. He must have done his homework there. As you saw that interesting reversal to the crossbody, turning it into a fall-away bridging slam. But John Inch, definitely no stranger to being able to have some unique reversals, as he reverses the clutch and turns it somehow into an imploding suplex. But he was not able to avoid the second time that Wayne Watson surprised him and hit a second clutch. But surprise, surprise, John Inch stayed in the match and kicked out of the clutch. That is one of Wayne Watson's finishers. Speaking of finishers, there's those aren't meant to bend locks in, but Wayne Watson, as he's been showing throughout the entirety of tonight, just supreme ring intelligence, pushing him through and turning it into an ankle lock. But John Inch just evenly matched in intelligence. This has just been a supreme back and forth between these two, turning it into a bridging figure 4 lock. John Inch possibly could have ended it all there with the running clockwork energy, but he knew that he had to do one more thing to put away Wayne Watson. But when you talk about a supreme hustle, just look at this. Just perpetual motion from Wayne Watson, following up instantly from pushing down John Inch with a front row frog splash, and then the finish of the match, the 5-star frog splash. And that was all she wrote. Now you saw it here, ladies and gentlemen. This could be good news for Wayne Watson heading into the final show of PWR's existence, season's finale. This could definitely make up for the losses he's had recently against Cayman and Aaron Slade. Good on Wayne Watson, but good on John Inch for having such an even match against Wayne Watson. Speaking of momentum building, Chase Dunn, a man who thinks that he already has all the momentum to get a world title shot, demanded a Revolution title shot. But Anthony Paul shot back with the response that he must earn it tonight against somebody else he thinks is on their way to a title shot, Ethan Mota, and that match is up next. We'll take you to the ring for that right now. Now here comes somebody that if you're unfamiliar with here in PWR, I honestly wouldn't be surprised because this person's appearances in PWR has been unfortunately few and far between as of late. Last time we saw Ethan Mota was on last episode with a surprise victory over Katsuki Hiro, and that's a lot of Ethan Mota's wins is surprise upset victories. Now the reason that we do not see Wayne or Ethan as much as we do or would prefer to is because when he started out here in PWR, he went so hard, he worked so hard that he risked himself for injury. Now Anthony Paul is very careful with booking matches for Ethan Mota, but we can say that Ethan Mota deserves a possible title shot, and that is why he is here in this match tonight.
Educated people take a little critical thinking.
And now here comes Chase Dunn, throwing it back a little bit of a throwback here with his attire choice and entrance choice, harkening back to his days as the leader of the faction known as Legion, alongside the likes of Elias DeMarco, Ghost, Johnny Hazard as the leader of Legion, but those days are long past. Chase Dunn harkening back to it, possibly to gain some of that magic back that he used to have that he hasn't quite had here in PWR. He's not exactly had the greatest win-loss record here, but he still believes that he deserves a Revolution title shot. Now, personally, I don't like Chase Dunn as a human being. I don't think that he is a great person. I think he's quite the dastardly human being. In fact, he's faced Ethan Mota before, where he's actually won by low-blowing him. He's quite the disgrace to this good sport known as professional wrestling. However, Ethan Mota actually has a win over Chase Dunn, and that's the reason Chase went on a hiatus for a little while until Robert broke his fingers, but that's neither here nor there. Chase Dunn looking to prove that he does deserve that shot. And even though I don't like him personally, I think he is a pretty good wrestler sometimes. He has really good fundamentals and a really good throwback old school wrestling style. But the things he does just hinders himself. Now here we go. Revolution title #1 contendership up in this match. In the second match of the night. Now look at this. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Chase Dunn running away from the battle. Running away from Ethan Mota just to piss him off. Because we very well know he's not going to accept the count-out loss here. Now Ethan Mota making Chase here. But now look at that, meets him in the middle of the ring, but Chase dodges that roundhouse kick and responds with a single knee face buster and a headlock punch. Now went for a German suplex or something of the sort there, but Ethan Mota gets out of it. Now an Irish whip, drop down, and another drop down. Now Ethan, big swinging sidewalk slam, takes down Chase Dunn. Chase looking to get the drop here on Ethan Mota with some dastardly underhanded tactics, but that has gotten him nowhere, just like it's gotten him in title contention. Chase Dunn really hinders himself with these type of dastardly tactics, but sometimes it pays off like it did in his debut match in PWR against Ethan Mota. And now, this is not only a match for the interpromotional title, but this is a rubber match of sorts, as both of these gentlemen have one apiece on each other. And now, shoulder block, and a kick to the chest, now punch to the face, snapmare there. Ethan Mota, supreme athleticism there with that cartwheel splash. He goes for the cover, but it kicks out from Chase Dunn. Chase dodges that kick to the back there. Now look at this, roll up here. Chase Dunn Chase really doesn't wrestle a fancy style or does any flashy moves. He just does what's effective. And none of it's pretty. It's all gritty, fundamental maneuvers. And now he goes for the cover off of that neck breaker there, but he kicks out still. He likes to call himself the headlock god, and you can see why. He likes to lock on the headlock very often just to piss off the crowd and also to effectively slow down his opponent's wrestling style. Now, Ethan Mota definitely wrestles a very high-octane offense, and Chase Dunn does the exact opposite of that. He takes his time, and he clotheslines down Ethan Mota. He takes his time, he picks apart his opponent, and he really bores the hell out of the crowd, and Chase Dunn just loves the boos from the crowd and the silence whenever he locks on a headlock. It's really a very boring offense to some, but it gets Chase somewhere sometimes, and it's bizarre in this day and age of wrestling. And now look, this combination maneuver. Ethan Mota takes down Chase Dunn. Now Ethan Mota, an exact polar opposite of Chase Dunn, nailing him with those double knees into the corner. Now he goes back up to the top rope. Turning around. Went for the moonsault, but Chase Dunn making sure he avoids it. And look at that! Jumping over and hitting a face buster. But he still kicks out. Now Chase Dunn takes the advantage here, puts Ethan Mota in the corner, and a headlock punch yet again. Just a multitude of headlock maneuvers here from Chase Dunn, including his finisher, the headlock driver that he likes to call God's Plan. Now look at this. Chase Dunn bouncing off the rope just to psych up the fans, but he goes straight back into a headlock. Chase Dunn playing up his moniker of Headlock God for sure here. Locking in his, what, is this his third or fourth headlock that's been locked on in this match? He's raining down the punches, making sure that whenever Ethan Mota stirs, he rains on some more pain to the face of Ethan Mota. And as I was saying, that European uppercut floors Ethan. Now, Chase changing up his offense a little bit, going to his brawling style, knee strike and a discus lariat. Now look at that, a lot of damage has been done to Ethan Mota's head so far. That slow pick-apart pace that Chase has had is working wonders against Ethan Mota. Now, again, goes into a headlock. And you can hear the rain of boos coming from the crowd, but Chase just does not care, as he's doing what he must to secure his position into a future Revolution title shot in the next episode of PWR. Just wrenching it in there with multiple punches to the face. One last wrench, lets go of Ethan Mota. Now look at this, clothesline over the top. Changing up his offense a little bit. I don't think Ethan Mota expected to be met with a clothesline. Now look at this. You think he's going for a suicide dive, but you know Chase too well. He won't do it. Wait, but he might be surprising us here. Springboard moonsault to the outside takes out Ethan Mota. A surprise change in pace from Chase Dunn here, taking down Ethan Mota. And now he's on the outside, very dangerous area for Ethan Mota to be on the outside with Chase. And look at that, elbow strike takes down Ethan Mota. And oh, a big knee strike straight to the forehead of Ethan. Now, count of 6, gotta be mindful of the count. You don't want this to end in a double count out or a normal count out. And oh, big fish drop takes down Ethan Mota. He slides into the ring and goes for the cover. 2, but no, a kick out right at 2. Chase Dunn now going to the corner. But look at this. Not a smart idea to put yourself some space between Ethan and yourself. Now look at this. He's going to the top rope off of that clothesline in the corner. Ethan with a sudden burst of energy. Meteora takes him down. Now he goes to the corner again, and what's he setting up for? And, oh, look at that fake out back elbow. Nailing Chase in the face, rocks his world, and he goes for the cover. But Ethan Mota is not able to get the pin yet. And remember what is on the line here. A shot at the Revolution title next episode of PWR, and that could be against either Aaron Slade or Heraldry. That match is still to come tonight. Now look at this flurry of strikes from Ethan Mota, but Chase catches the knee strike there. Went for his own strikes, but Ethan reverses it, but gets hit with another elbow, and now a headlock punch again. Going for another, but look at that, Ethan Mota! Supreme core strength, back suplexing. Chase Dunn right on the back of his neck, and now he's setting up for another fake out elbow strike, but Chase dodges it. Now multiple punches, but he ducks under the last one, and a spear! Spear from Ethan Mota taking down Chase Dunn. But Chase still kicks out. Signature offense from Ethan Mota there. Went from 0 to 100 and back to 0 in a split second here in this Revolution #1 contendership matchup. Neckbreaker and a butterfly suplex, and now a knee drop, telling the ref to count the pin. But Ethan does not get the victory on Chase Dunn just yet. Now Ethan likes to go a little bit technical sometimes and targets the arm, but Ethan does not have a finishing submission maneuver that goes for the arm. Now look, this goes for the cross arm bar, but rather Ethan Mota makes sure that his opponent's offense is rendered useless when their arms are practically broken. But now Chase Dunn gets up and punches his way out, just battering Ethan Mota in the face. And now look at that, just a ugly knee strike to the face. And Chase doesn't even let a 2 count go on before he decides to play around with Ethan Mota, picking up his head and slamming him down. But rest assured, that's not a smart idea, as you just angered Ethan Mota. Now, one hell of a wrestler he likes to call himself, going for a moonsault. Chase tries to dodge it, but gets met with a standing moonsault. Ethan not going for the cover, though. Trying to go for a normal, conventional moonsault. And still doesn't hit it. Chase has that scouted well enough. And now, oh, front flip face buster again. Takes out Ethan Mota. And now Chase, what's he setting up for? Springboard shooting star press. That is a maneuver that I did not expect to see out of Chase Dunn's arsenal. But in any case, he hit it, and he hit it right on the dot. Taking down Ethan Mota, and he goes for the cover. 1, 2, but no. Does not quite get the pin on Ethan Mota here, and the #1 contendership is still up for grabs. Goes for a big elbow drop, but he misses. Now look, this spins through, turns it into a DDT, tilt-a-whirl DDT, planting onto Chase Dunn. And now that he's at the mercy of Ethan Mota, Ethan's going straight back to the arms, making sure that he's not able to lock on God's plan effectively. Now look at this, cattle mutilation locked in. Wrenching it hard on those shoulders of Chase Dunn. Ethan Mota definitely has the strength advantage too, but Chase able to wriggle his way out. And, oh, another facebuster there. Looking for a dragon suplex, but Ethan still has it scouted. For Chase Dunn, and a big drop kick takes down Chase. Now, oh, subline position. He's looking for one hell of a kick, but no, he misses it. And now, a few clotheslines from Chase Dunn, but now Ethan Mota responding back with a few shoulder tackles. But Chase, oh, look at this, catches him in the middle of the ring with the handspring Dunner Stunner. 1, 2, no, the Dunner Stunner is not enough to put away Ethan Mota. Surprisingly, I have not seen Chase go for the God's plan yet, not once. And maybe that's because he's doing a throwback tonight. He's maybe trying to use his old finisher here. Now, an enziguri, and now a kick to the face, ending neckbreaker, takes down Ethan Mota. And he goes for the cover off of it. But Chase just mocking Ethan Mota even more. He is poking the bear by just letting go of the pin for him. Now, misses the punch there. Now Ethan, with this flurry of strikes again, finishes it off with a big knee strike, rocking Chase Dunn. Now Ethan going back to the second rope again. I believe he could be loading up a Meteora. And yes, that's what he's going for, but Chase dodges it, landing hard onto his knees. Chase makes sure he stays down with a knee strike to the back, and now a straight pimp slap to the face. A multitude of slaps, just sheer disrespect from this egotistical human being. Now Chase loading him up into the Tree of Woe position. Now bounces off the ropes, and oh, big knee strike taking down Ethan Mota. And oh, a knee strike straight to the forehead of Ethan Mota. Now Chase, what could he be setting up for? Setting up for his running blockbuster he likes to use, but he can never hit it. Northern Lights. Now he's transitioning it. Look at this, transitioned into a German suplex. Now, wrist control. Oh, went for a ripcord lariat, but he ducked under. But he ducked under that. And now Ethan Mota with a flurry of strikes. But Chase ducks under the clothesline again. But look at this, Ethan Mota catching him with multiple short arm clotheslines. And now Chase, oh my God, went for the Donner Stunner. But Ethan Mota was able to stop him and pick him up straight back into a ripcord lariat. Ethan Mota getting the drop on Chase Dunn. And this could be another upset in the book of Ethan Mota. Ethan Mota could be going to face the Revolution Champion next episode. And yes, he's setting it up. He's got him. Hell of a kick! Oh, what? Wait a minute! Chase Dunn spun around off the hell of a kick and turned it into a roll-up pin. Chase Dunn gets the surprise upset victory on Ethan. What a turn of events we just witnessed. Chase Dunn now has a match for next episode for the Revolution Championship, and everything seems to be panning out very well for the Headlock God. As you can see here, Ethan Mota had some pretty good offense here with that just brutal, vicious back elbow. But it went from 0 to 100 out of nowhere with this sequence of maneuvers that Chase Dunn started to get the drop on Ethan Mota, but quick to the grip, quick to the next move. Ethan Mota back suplexing him and took advantage from there. As you can see, even though he missed this back elbow, Chase tried to get the offense, but just ended up with a spear straight into the ribs. Now Ethan, when he went for the haluva kick again, it initiated yet another sequence of maneuvers between these two great wrestlers. But in the end of the day, just that Dunner stunner, just absolutely beautiful execution from Chase Dunn. And Chase just continues to surprise me sometimes with these quick actions. I've told you, he is a very skilled professional wrestler. But not quite as skilled as Ethan here, as Chase still had to get the victory off of just this absolutely out of nowhere roll-up pin. Look at that, he got nailed with the haluva kick, or the hell of a kick. But Chase instinctively grabbed him for the schoolboy roll-up. And now, Chase Dunn has a match for the next episode of PWR for the Revolution Championship. Things are looking up for the Headlock God. And speaking of the Revolution Championship, up next, a desperate man, Aaron Slade, looking to finally claim his former glory that he's been chasing after this entire season, but just hasn't been able to get. But now, it's all culminating here tonight as he faces Heraldry for the Revolution Championship. Let's show you the warning Heraldry issued Aaron Slade and then get you to the match right now. And now we go from a surprise, uplifting victory for Chase Dunn to quite the dire and serious situation here, ladies and gentlemen. The truth of the fact of the matter is, Slade returned to returned to professional wrestling as of last year at Wildcard to reclaim the former magic and glory he claimed in UCW with his legendary UCW World Championship run. But ever since then, ever since losing to the Lido deck, ever since coming here to PWR, it's just been time after time. Slade has gotten so close to his opportunity to reclaim his glory, but then just gets knocked straight back down. Whether it's the Lido deck, whether it's Dead Zone, whether it's Robert Martyr, whoever it is, whoever he's lost to, he's gotten so close, but just couldn't make it. And speaking of that last opponent, Robert Martyr, that was a legendary run in a gauntlet match. He went for well over 40 minutes, beating 3 opponents, but just couldn't get that world title shot. And now, after defeating Wayne Watson, he finds himself here tonight with quite possibly his last opportunity here in PWR for the Revolution Championship. And I don't know I can't speak on the behalf of Aaron Slade's future, but if he loses this match tonight, what's next for him? And to be frank, to be completely honest, that looks like a very grim and a very, very possible future, as he is about to face the Revolution Champion, the most terrifying, the most intimidating man in professional wrestling, and I use the term man very loosely because this man bleeds red. This man bleeds red like a normal human being, but I don't think he's human. He is undefeated in singles competition here in PWR. The only match he's ever lost was in a Fatal 4-Way, and he didn't directly lose it. Every other match, Heraldry has utterly dominated here in PWR, and he has blazed a trail of absolute fire with his first big championship that's right there around his waist. The former Interpromotional Championship, now Revolution Championship. He actually toppled an empire that was Robert Martyr, who was our first Interpromotional Champion. Quite the champion, quite the wrestler, somebody that I would have called the most dangerous man in professional wrestling until Heraldry reared his ugly head. Basically the physical embodiment of death, and I hate to say it, I'm afraid to say it, but Slade's odds aren't looking too good, but who knows? Slade is the veteran in this match. Slade could give a fight that Heraldry has never had before. Now, as you see there, fighting for the Revolution Championship, only 2 names on those nameplates. Could we see a third one here tonight with that man, Aaron Slade, picking up the title? As a face, he is very pumped up for this match tonight, but just don't be fooled. There's a lot of desperation in this man, and when this man has nothing to lose, he's a very dangerous man. But when you speak of danger, you look no further than our resident Revolution Champion, Heraldry. And when he won that title, I said, good luck getting that title off of his waist. And Slade, well, he may have a chance. He may not. This is honestly a toss-up match that we're about to witness here. Now the ref holds up the prized belt. Slade and Heraldry are ready. The tension you can cut with a knife. And they ring the bell. They meet into the middle of the ring, and Heraldry telling him what he told him in that promo package earlier, that it's his time to move on. But now Slade goes straight into the collar elbow tie-up, and the veteran wrestler here gets the advantage over Heraldry. But Heraldry, just sheer power throughout his entire body, takes down Aaron Slade here in the armbar position. Wrenches it and lets go. Getting a cold start to this Revolution Championship matchup. Now we got a headlock here. Heraldry pushing Slade off. And, oh, look at that. Collides into Heraldry. That's like colliding into a wall of meat. Now Heraldry doing that just to intimidate him, but Slade is not intimidated. Now look at this. Went for the belly-to-belly suplex, but Heraldry gets out of it. Irish whip. Misses the clothesline there. Now an Irish whip from Slade again. Ducks under. Ducks under again. And look at that sleeper slam. He goes for the cover on Heraldry much early in this match, and of course, I knew it. Heraldry was not just going to stay down for one. Now we go straight into the chin lock. Slade, a veteran wrestler, knows how to stay on the larger opponents, as he's wrestled in UCW before. He's faced a plethora of people who have the power advantage against him, such as Sphinx, such as Colby Jordan, who is actually the person who won against him at Genesis 2 to get the UCW World title and end his historic reign. But Aaron Slade has the experience of facing people like Heraldry before. But now look at that slap to the jaw, and he kicks out just at 1. And now Heraldry, just look at this, just disgusting savagery here. Cranking on the neck. Now that is not illegal at all. That is a perfectly legal maneuver. It's just incredibly painful to crank the neck like that. If he so wished to, he could just twist it and just knock out Slade like that. Now Slade doesn't find a way out of it. Heraldry just drops him down. As Heraldry takes it slow here with Slade. Heraldry knows about Slade. Heraldry has viewed UCW many times before. In fact, wanting to be in the promotion before, but never found his way there. So he knows very well the name of Aaron Slade. The stomp there takes down Aaron, and he goes for the cover. But a kick out at 2 signifies that is not enough for Heraldry to take out Aaron Slade. Now, went for a clubbing blow there, but Slade had it scouted. Now look at that. I'm not quite sure how smart it is to open palm slap Heraldry. As I said it, Heraldry just goes straight back to clubbing Slade in the back of the neck. Taking down Aaron Slade, it's like facing a grizzly bear in the ring whenever you face Heraldry. Just look at the size of this man. Oh my god, snap power slam. Planting Aaron Slade in the middle of the ring, and he goes for the cover, but Slade still kicks out. Ooh, big elbow drop straight to the heart, the sternum of Aaron Slade, just planting him there. Squashing him like a bug in 3, as Heraldry likes to do things in the rules of 3. If he does 1 power move, he'll follow up with 3 more of the same move, just to make sure you stay down. Heraldry is definitely a master of his craft, and that's taking out opponents. But now Slade gets out of the fireman's carry position, and now just slapping him again, poking the bear. And there's gotta be a strategy to this. There's strategy to everything Aaron Slade does. And now he's raining down the punches, taking down Heraldry into the corner. Now look at this. Oh, big knee strike in the corner. Nailing Heraldry in the face. He goes for the cover. 1, 2. But no, a kick out from Heraldry. There's a big knee strike straight to the head. Could definitely give you a nasty headache, which is not good news when you have the possibility of being hit with a pretty boy package pile driver later in the match. Or a Canadian destroyer. However, Heraldry has shown that he has insane resiliency. We don't know if those are even going to be able to put him away. Now a knee drop to the face of Heraldry again. Now Slade getting up Heraldry, clubbing him into the traps, and now making sure that he gets up just so he can knock him back down with this leg snap here. As I said, he's facing a bear in that ring. Just an absolute meat man. Just sheer power and muscle, but if you take out the base, and that's the legs of Heraldry, then it's very hard for Heraldry to do anything. Now, an elbow drop, and he goes for the cover off of the elbow drop, but he does not get the 3 count. Now he sits up Heraldry. And he goes for the leg again. Leg snap yet again. Now he gets him up. Now look at this. Shin breaker. And turns it into a dragon screw. Technical ability here from the veteran Aaron Slade. Now look at this. Turns it into a single leg Boston Crab. Slade most definitely has the advantage here in experience in that professional wrestling ring. Has well over 5 years in experience over Heraldry. Now he lets go of that single leg Boston Crab, and now look at this. Leg lace. Oh, rolled through into the knee bar here. Weakening the legs, the big, massive tree trunk legs of Heraldry. The Heraldry kicks his way out. Now look at this, Heraldry, like an absolute savage, chokes Slade out just to make sure he stays down. That's gotta be a scary thing to have a man that large wrap his hand around your throat, and now look at that! Backbreaker to the back of Aaron Slade. Now he slowly gets Slade up and clubs him straight back down, softening up the back and the head of Aaron Slade. Multiple power maneuvers like power slams, power bombs. Will absolutely rock your world when you're facing somebody like Heraldry. Now look at this. Dumping out Aaron Slade like trash. Heraldry just manhandling Slade right now, telling him who's the boss of this match, who is the ring general right now, who's controlling the pace. Now with this, beckoning him to get up, runs around the ring post, and oh God! Taking out Aaron Slade with that running clothesline to the outside. Now Heraldry rolls him back in the ring, gets back in, and he goes for the cover. 1, 2, but no, a kick out at 2. Heraldry and Slade are still in this big matchup for the Revolution title. Now look at this. Double hand choke bomb, and he falls up instantly with yet another power move. Deadlift power bomb, sheer strength from Heraldry. But that strength is not enough to put away the desperate man, the Slady's man, Aaron Slade. But Heraldry, as I said, does things in threes. He's got him up in powerbomb position. Buckle bomb, taking down Aaron Slade. It doesn't let him time to breathe, to recover, as he goes for yet another powerbomb, but Slade knows what's coming and avoids the trifecta of powerbombs there. And oh, big running crossbody, taking down Heraldry. Now he turns him around, going back to that leg again, softening it up even more, so he can't use it to lift up Aaron Slade. Take away the leg strength, you can't lift a man. But there's so much upper body strength in Heraldry, I honestly think that's going to be difficult to avoid that. Now a flurry of strikes, and now he takes him down with that arm bar. But I don't think he was looking for an armbar submission. He was just looking for a way to keep Heraldry down as he goes straight back into the single leg Boston Crab. Looking to possibly get a submission here for this Revolution title match to become the Revolution Champion and rekindle the flame that he so desperately wants back. But Heraldry powers his way out, shoves Slade off of him. Now Heraldry, what's he looking for? But look at this, Slade avoids whatever maneuver he was going for. Sunset flip, roll up. But Heraldry still kicks out right before 3. Now an Irish whip. Oh, cold cocks him with that forearm. But now he sits him back up, looks to follow up instantly. The sliding forearm to the face. He goes for the cover. 1, 2. No, just a 2. Aaron Slade keeping this at a really good pace for himself and against Heraldry. Staying on him like fly glue to the legs of a fly. Now, Irish whip back into the corner. He turns him around. What could he be looking for here? Chop to the big chest of Heraldry. Now look at this. Going back to the legs again. On the thick LED ring posts Figure 4 lock here. Look at how painful that is. That could hyperextend your knee. And that will definitely do some damage to Heraldry's offensive defense. Slade staying on Heraldry, rolls him back into the ring. Gets back in. Now what's he setting up for? Waiting for Heraldry to get up. And another forearm to the face of the Revolution Champion. The curse upon the land, Heraldry. But now Slade, what's he looking for? He's looking to go high flying, going to the top rope. To Heraldry on the outside. Oh, look at this! Heraldry caught him with supreme power and tossed him onto the metal part of the ramp. Just absolutely terrifying strength from Heraldry to catch him into a suplex position. Now he goes for the cover off of demolishing Slade's back on the ramp. But Slade is still able to kick out. But Heraldry, absolutely no nonsense about him. Deadlift power slam planting onto Slade. Now, into the corner, and a last one into the middle of the ring. He goes for the cover off of 3 power slams. 1, 2, but he does not get the 3 count. You gotta wonder what this is doing to Heraldry to have such a competitive match. Heraldry does not usually have such competitive matches like these. It's surprising how well Slade has been able to get the drop on Heraldry. But Heraldry has this match right now in his grasps. Snake eyes in front of the front row of the PWR universe. Now, onto the steel steps there. Count of 4, gotta be mindful of the counts. Of course, champion's advantage. If you get a count out, Heraldry is still the Revolution Champion, but that is not how Heraldry does things. Now the Revenant Knight Irish whips Heraldry back in, or Aaron Slade back into the ring, and just chokes him out. Now Heraldry turns him back around, goes for the cover. 2, nope, just a 2 count against Aaron Slade. The pace is slowed back down off of that just disgustingly brutal suplex onto the ramp there, and now Heraldry just punishing Slade for kicking out by kicking in the hamstrings of Aaron Slade. Now look at this, big clothesline in the corner, makes him sit down. Now I think we know what's coming up next. Heraldry patented maneuver, cannonball into the corner, flattening Aaron Slade's face. He goes for the cover, but Slade still kicks out. This has been a very skilled wrestling match here between a veteran and a champion. Now Heraldry, went for a clubbing blow there, but Slade gets out of it, and now multiple slaps to the face. But Heraldry dodges that last one. You gotta stop slapping him in the face because that happens to you. Jaw grip slaps, flooring Aaron Slade. Now he Irish whips him back into the corner after rocking him with that just massive open palm slap to the face. Now, oh no, Tree of Woe position. He's done this to the likes of ORJ before, Orion James. And, oh my God! Destroying him with a Tree of Woe cannonball. But I believe that's just to set up what's to come next. As Heraldry puts him in the corner. I believe Heraldry's looking to end this all. Clothesline in the corner. And another clothesline. Now, oh, look at this. He's going for the gravestone pile driver. This could be all she wrote, but look at this. Slade reverses it. Can't hold him up for the pile driver. And oh my God. Oh my God. Instead of going for the pile driver, he drops him down and damn near breaks his nose with a knee drop straight to the face. Now Slade follows up instantly. Pretty boy package pile driver. Slade could get the victory here. He could get the Revolution title, rekindle the flame, but Slade, surprisingly, doesn't get the pin on Heraldry. Heraldry is an absolute man beast. As I said, this man bleeds red like a human, but I don't think he's human, as he's just kicked out of the pretty boy package pile driver. Slade definitely had some strategy, and nailing him with that, because now he's going for the Canadian Destroyer, and he hits it! He hits the Canadian Destroyer, go for the cover, Slade, but Heraldry intelligently rolls out of the ring to preserve his championship run. He's just been hit with a pretty boy package pile driver, the Canadian Destroyer. He intelligently, even though he might be unconscious, rolls out of the ring to escape Aaron Slade's grasp, but Slade going for a suicide dive, and oh my God! Heraldry catches him into an apron power bomb. Oh my God, look at this! Carrying him around like a child. And oh my God, slams him into the mat yet again. Just what monster is Heraldry? Off of two brutal slams to the mat. Could he get it? Two. Oh my God. Slade is still in this match. You gotta commend the ability of these two to be able to kick out in big situations. Now, as I was saying earlier, Slade definitely had intent. And oh look at this. Another power bomb straight off the buckle bomb. In just an instant, very quick trifecta of power bombs from top to bottom. And Heraldry, he's definitely got to be feeling the effects of that knee strike, because it looks like his nose is broken. When it's broken, you can't breathe and your eyes tear up. And a kick out right before 3 from Aaron Slade. And when you can't see, it's very hard to wrestle. And oh geez. So that was very intelligent to break Heraldry's nose. And from doing that, it's allowed Slade to stay in this match and compete with Heraldry. But Heraldry has just been dominating Slade right now with all these brutal maneuvers to the back. An apron power bomb, an apron scoop slam, and 3 brutal power bombs. And Slade still is in this, and it's just absolutely insane how resilient this veteran is. Oh my God, backdrop suplex, planting Slade on the back of his neck. And now, look at this, Heraldry, I think he's looking to end it with a diving maneuver. And this could spell disaster. 6'4", 260 pounds from the top rope. Calling for the end, and oh my God, Slade just kept up. And he knocks down Heraldry. What's he looking for? Oh, is he looking for a top rope pretty boy package pile driver? Yes, he is. And oh, Heraldry is able to stop it before he's able to jump off. Heraldry able to scout out that top rope pretty boy package pile driver, and oh my God! Ends that sequence with a leg drop from the top rope, and he goes for the cover, but Slade still kicks out. How is Slade in this still? The sheer desperation of a veteran looking for his former glory. will not allow himself to stay down against somebody that could further his career. Now Heraldry, I think he's calling for the end. That's weird. I thought he was going for a double-edged sword or a gravestone pile driver, but it looks like he's going for another apron power bomb. Looking to break Aaron Slade's back. Now look at this. Oh, no. But Slade has the wherewithal to get out of it. And a super kick. Planting down Heraldry. Now Slade bounces off the ropes. Suicide dive tornado DDT. Planting Heraldry on the outside. He gets him back in the ring. What's Slade looking to set up for? Oh, he's in perfect position. He's setting up for Canadian Destroyer number 2. He hits it. And oh, look at this! Rolled through into a pretty boy package pile driver! Aaron Slade falls down in exhaustion! Go for the cover, Slade! Get the Revolution title! Come on! Aaron Slade so close to glory! 1, 2... Oh my God! Heraldry still kicks out! How in the hell is Heraldry still in this match against the veteran Aaron Slade? I absolutely have to agree with the fans in attendance. This is an insane match. He's been hit with 2 Canadian Destroyers and a pretty boy package power driver in succession and still kicked out. But look at this. Heraldry's not moving. This has got to be it for Heraldry. Slade, I think he's looking for a pretty boy package pile driver again. And oh my God, Heraldry! Able to fall back and turn it into a back body drop. And now Heraldry has the advantage. Oh, deadlift. Oh, no. He's turning it into a gravestone pile driver. Signature pinning situation. 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, Heraldry has just retained his Revolution title. In a dire situation for Aaron Slade, the worst has happened. But good Lord, what a match we just got out of it. As you saw, just sheer strength from Heraldry's just overcoming Aaron Slade. But I have to hand it to Slade. I've never seen Heraldry compete like this before. Usually Heraldry has it in the bag, but moves like this caused Slade to stay in the match, and let's get a slow motion replay of that right now. Just look at how brutal that was. Just, oh my God, knee drop straight to the nose. As we know, it ultimately didn't matter because Heraldry still won, but that was done with intent. Because that makes it hard to breathe, that makes it hard to see, and Slade was getting the drop on Heraldry for the next few maneuvers, but Heraldry just wouldn't stay down. He just wouldn't stay down. And as you can hear his theme song playing right now, he has the Revolution Championship still. Due to things like this, just how is a human able to do this? Catching somebody midair, turning it into an apron powerbomb, and then into a different apron maneuver. As you can see, just more power moves from Heraldry, just his patented offense that just always gets him such decisive victories over his opponents. But just this entire match against Aaron Slade has been an uphill battle for Heraldry, and that's something rarely said for a Heraldry match. I'd even say that when he faced Robert Martyr, he didn't have this tough of a battle. He even got hit with a Canadian destroyer, and then, as you can see, rolled through into a Pretty Boy package pile driver. But somehow, some way, Heraldry still kicked out. And even when it seemed like Heraldry was done for, it was it. Slade could have caught his former glory once again, but Heraldry was the final resting place for Aaron Slade's run. It's a bittersweet victory here, as this amazing powerhouse wrestler, Heraldry, the Revenant Knight, continues his historical Revolution Championship run. But it's quite possible he just ended a veteran's run. As you can see, he's wearing the battle scars, all the blood from the broken nose, and holds up the title to the skies. I am absolutely in shock and awe, ladies and gentlemen. We witnessed a war of a desperate man caught in a corner that he tried so desperately to kick out of, but it ended up being his ultimate resting place. And as you can hear, I think the crowd understands too, as they're chanting, "Thank you, Aaron." Because what's next for Aaron Slade is the question. After such a monumental comeback run, only to be stopped so suddenly like this, where does Slade go from here? An absolute bittersweet ending to this match. Aaron Slade walks off to the back off of such a big loss. So sad to see such a legend come and go. Heraldry not letting Slade leave just yet. What is he pointing towards him for? And a final show of respect. Heraldry bowing to the veteran Aaron Slade, the Slady's man, bowing back. And Slade makes his leave. We may have just witnessed a historical moment, ladies and gentlemen. But up next, we have our next match, our co-main event. The Lido Deck versus Dylan Saber in a highly personal, highly contested rivalry. I'm sorry, I need a moment, ladies and gentlemen, to digest what just happened.